everybody doing today? This is Sunday, March 1st. And no, I did not really record anything yesterday. So there's not really going to be a gap, but there's going to be some days missing, so I'll just be honest. So we got up yesterday morning, and I think it's Neelyville, not Ohio, but Neelyville, Missouri. Was walking in there at the State Line Travel Plaza and met up with a RV transporter guy. We kind of sat down and had breakfast together, bullshitting. First time out here, gave him some tips and stuff on the DOT regs and stuff like that. But yeah, that was pretty good. And then we took off and we got up to our receiver right about dusk and delivered the load. And then we went and picked up our next load, and then we had just enough time to get some fuel and get down to our staging spot just around Pontiac, Illinois. We're not going to be there by 10:30 tomorrow morning. So, and I think they kind of know that, you know. But we're balls to the walls on our way south. And this will be 3,300 miles. Either we're going to deliver or we're T-calling it in Wilmer. I'm not going to let them push me around. I'm like, look, it's like this. If you can't get it set back for a couple hours, let's just T-call it in Wilmer. It's Amazon, so it's not like it's that important. And get something else and go. So, but yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So, but hopefully y'all having a good day. So this week we'll gross $5,800 and stuff. So hell, you know, I'm hoping, you know, after all expenses paid, including my back, we'd have closer to $2,000. That extra little bit of extra money will help. I mean, we'll see, you know, but yeah. But hopefully you're all having a good day. Mine's just starting. But with that being said, we'll catch you on the flip side. Keep the shiny. Oh yeah. Well, keep the shiny side up, the greasy side down. But if I haven't told you, please like, subscribe, hell, even comment. Help our channel grow so we can get to 1,000 subscribers by July 15th, by my birthday. But we'll catch you on the flip side later. Right. I know the lay of the land. So, yeah, I mean, but yeah, you're right. Well, my dad, he used to pull for Mercer, you know, before, you know, and he was there for a while, so, you know, so I kind of know about Mercer a little bit and stuff. Right, you know, and then when I was training under my brother to go to G&D, he even had me helping him out, you know, doing, you know, the strapping and stuff like that. So I could do it, and they all know I can do it. It just nobody wants to hire me as a company driver for that. But now that I got my own truck, right. But see, Crete will never allow me to go to flatbed because of that agilities test. Only if I'm oversized. Yeah, if If I take an oversized load, yes. But if I'm not oversized, that don't apply to me. It'd be like I'm pulling a dry van. If I get a Conestoga, I won't be pulling an oversized with it. Right. Right. The blue airline to the blue glad hand. Right. Good. Yeah, because if you do it back, care how long you've been driving, one of these days you're not going to be paying attention, you're going to be in a hurry, and you're gonna hook it up backwards. Yes it does, yes it does. And if Jerry tells you different, he's a fucking liar, because I've done it and shit like that. Jerry's done it, but he's not going to admit that. Jerry is never going to admit that he's ever done anything wrong, ever. I'll be honest with you, I've been in a right. So that's when you should say, just like how you smiled and waved at a cop in a construction zone, you should have known better, Jerry. Yeah, you should have slowed down. Right. You know, I've always wanted to do it. I really have. But because I was limited because of being with companies, nobody ever wanted to hire me for it. So, you know, yeah, it kind of bummed me out. But then I started thinking about it the other day, you know, after the whole Landstar thing, you know, after researching them, I'm like, wait a minute. I've got my own truck. And it just popped into my head. I go, I'm not a company driver. I don't abide by company rules. I could pull a step deck and flatbed if I want. Well, the other thing that popped into my mind was this other channel that I've been following, you know. I think his name's Tim or something, but he goes by the handle of Trucking the Seven Seas. And he's been bitching a lot because he's on the spot market and he's not really happy, and he's trying to pull Amazon relays. And the other thing that popped into my mind is I've never seen the guy on his channel pull a flatbed or a step deck. But he made the comment on a couple of his videos that if Amazon does not work out, he's going to look into pulling a flatbed or a step deck or something like that. And that's when it really entered my mind. I go, wait a minute. Yeah. I mean, it's not that hard. I mean, right. It's an RGN lowboy, which is a removable gooseneck lowboy. And yeah. Oh yeah, I'd do that. Yeah. Because that would even be easier for me, because, and I would say that with the saying, because now I don't have to tarp. I mean, now it's more equipment based than anything, so I can just drive shit onto it and chain it down. That would be right. Right. So yeah, I could totally do something like that. But I think I'm gonna. Right. You know, and so yeah, so by me becoming an owner-operator has just flooded my world with new job opportunities. So, I mean, yes, I'm going to have to start off small, but, you know, tell me straight up I can't do because I got one arm who's ever gonna. And that's exactly what I'm gonna tell him. I said, you know what? Go fuck yourself, Jerry, because I'm tired of listening to your fucking negativity. And I'm gonna tell him off. Unless he knows what I'm going to do, unless he realizes that, you know, he best be fucking saying, well, that's a great idea. Because every time I give him a new idea, it's, oh, well, we'll see about that, or, well, you can't do that, you don't know how to do that. And you do, Jerry? That's the problem with Jerry. He's too narrow-minded, and I'm more of a big picture type of person where I look at things and I reevaluate. I'm like, we can do this, but we got to do it this way, or we got to do it that way. But I'm definitely, because the first step I need to do is contact Mercer, you know, talk to them at first, and then I'm going to flat tell them, you know, I'm going, this is what I want to do, you know, preferably, I'm not wanting to tarp, but if you got more tarp freight, I'll probably end up buying a Conestoga, so I don't have to tarp, knock on wood, yeah, but I can make way more money pulling an open deck trailer than I can this van, at least, you know, and I know how to do it, you know, we'll say I know the basics, we'll put it there. Yeah, I know the basics, which will get me started. So, yeah, I definitely know the basics. Jerry doesn't even know that, so he has no room to talk when, you know he's going to say, oh, we'll see, or they're not going to hire you. I'm an owner-operator. If I have to, I'll go to the fucking load boards. Because right now, open deck trailers are getting paid more versus dry van. Yeah. In the upper Midwest, they're paying over $3 a mile versus $2.70, $2.80. Good evening. How's everybody doing? Well, we made it to Big Cabin, Oklahoma. I was hoping we was going to make it down there, but we're not. So, I went ahead and told him, I'm not going to make it, because I couldn't get the slope picked up until the other night. So we'll see. They said they requested one for $1,300, but I wouldn't be there by $1,400, but oh well. I think I might just tell them, you know what, we're just going to T-call this at Wilmer. There might be a project in the works. And I mean project, that's what we're going to code name it, as project. There's something I've always wanted to do, and as a company driver I could never do it because I was always blocked. We'll see. So, I got to make some phone calls today and stuff, so, but other than that, I gotta do some paperwork, and then we gotta hit the hay because I gotta try to get up in the morning and head to Fort Worth or Wilmer, depending. But yeah, everything's going good. Truck's running great, no leaks anymore, and maybe we could actually really start making money. This week I'll have about 3,400 miles. So with that being said, y'all take care, and we'll see you in the morning.